Welcome back, everybody. So glad you could be with me here today. Walter here with another garage sale find. Another $20 find. And this one is better than the last. However, it is somewhat disappointing. Why, you might ask? Well, the plane itself is not terrible, but the blade, oh my gosh. The blade set, this is a Miller's Falls. I don't know if you can see it. Miller's Falls. The blade is only 0.06 of an inch. And when you're shopping around for used tools, what you may find is a blade set. Look how thin that is. A blade set that had been together in a damp place for a long time. And what you end up with is all sorts of rust. This was all rusted. And the back of the blade, or the face of the blade, was all rusted. And I tried flattening that, and as you can see, it has a belly. So I went to the ruler technique, and I have somewhat of a flat across there. However, you ever hear the term, life is the pits? Well, pitting is where rust gnaws away, eats away, nom, 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 at the steel and leaves little holes. Those holes are known as pits because they act like a little pit for the rust to collect. So you can see the pitting, at least I hope you can see the pitting, in some of the areas that I polished. Let's see, move it around a little bit. See up in here, the little black spots all through there? That's pitting. Now, on the bevel side, pitting is a non-issue because you can grind it away. But down at the cutting edge, you can actually see where the pitting is at the tool edge. And if you take your fingernail and very carefully run it along that sharp edge, you can feel where each of the pits are. And I have sharpened and stropped this and honed this over and over. Can't get rid of it. This blade is only 0.06 thick. I have no material to work with. There's nothing. The chip breaker mates with it okay. I have no light coming through. But when you have that pitting at the edge, you cannot get a full shaving. You can't. You get, I guess for lack of a better word, I mean, it's not a bad plane. It's got, full face frog, and it does have the adjuster screw. It does have the 2-piece yoke and a 1-piece bent lateral, but it's a thick lateral. The handle was a little wiggly. I tightened that up. But when you put this blade set back in and you try to take a cut, and you try to take a cut, what you end up getting are these confetti-like. I think that screw needs a little adjusting. You get these confetti-like shavings. almost as if you're using a toothing plane. That shouldn't be like that. What happened there? Something shifted. See, even happens to me. I'm not perfect. I'm just a guy in his workshop. Let me see if I can get you a halfway decent look at the shavings I'm talking about. You see how they're all torn up? Those are the pits rearing their ugly face. So in order to evaluate this plane, I got out my Stanley, which I know works, and I know it has a good edge, and I know it's clean and sharp. So I put that in here. I know that's good and sharp. And I want to test the plane itself for functionality. And it works just fine. I haven't even lapped the sole or anything yet. Let me see if I can center that blade a little bit better. There we go. A little bit this way. And there we have it. Gossamer shavings. So the plane does work. It's not a bad little plane. I just got to chase down now a better blade for it. I can reuse the chip breaker. And then I have to fit the tote a little bit better so that it doesn't wiggle at all. So that's about it, everybody. Miller's Falls, number 8, $20 garage sale find. Does work, and it's just going to need a new blade and a little bit of TLC. So this would be a handyman type of a plane. I would never try to use this to make fine furniture. That's about it for today. Like, subscribe, and share. And this is your good friend Walter, wishing you all the best. Walter out.